I used to think that Ananya Pandey is a terrible actress. Like no one could be a worse actress than her. Until I saw the Archies in 2023, I think, and I saw Suhana Khan and Khushi Kapoor's acting and Agastya Nanda's acting, especially Khushi Kapoor's acting, and I was like, God, Khushi Kapoor makes Ananya Pandey and Janvi Kapoor look good. Until I saw Nadaaniyan and I saw Ibrahim Ali Khan, and I was like, wow, no one can be a worse actor than Ibrahim Ali Khan because what the hell was that? So hello everyone and welcome back to Chai with Maanya. It's been a while, but I had a lot of ideas that I wanted to make a video on, and I was kind of figuring out which one to put out first. And then I watched Nadaaniyan on Friday night, and ever since then, all I can think about is nepotism and how bad that movie was. But the reason why I wanted to make this video was just because I kind of want to talk about the actual issue with nepotism that I feel like a lot of people end up not grasping. And I mean, I'm not gonna like criticize the people themselves, the actors, the young actors and actresses themselves endlessly. I kind of want to talk about the industry itself and the system itself and why nepotism, especially in Bollywood, is so prevalent. Like it happens so often. Why, despite there being so many criticisms, it still goes on. And I kind of want to talk. I'm gonna give you guys like my 2 cents on it. Why I think it's still. I mean, why I think they even get the attention they're getting. So first, I'm gonna just give you a brief starter of Nadania. Nadania is a movie starring Khushi Kapoor, who is the daughter of Devi, and Ibrahim Ali Khan, who is the son of Saif Ali Khan. And Nadaaniyan is a movie about a privileged South Delhi schoolgirl who gets a boyfriend for hire to get back at her family and her classmates. So basically, her best friend, she has two best friends, and they're convinced she likes this guy, and she wants to basically prove them, no, I'm not into him. So she hires this guy named Arjun to fake date her for a while so everyone else can be convinced that, oh, she's actually into someone else. And eventually that fake dating turns into real feelings, and it's a very cliched trope. It's something that I definitely read in Wattpad when I was younger, but it's definitely very cliche, and I feel like there were so many opportunities and chances where this could have gone so well, but it did not, because not only was the acting bad, the script itself was so stale that I feel like even if you put good actors in it, nothing would have come out of it. It would have been a shit show anyway. And for those of you who are like unfamiliar with the concept of nepotism, nepotism basically means the unfair use of power in order to get jobs or other benefits for your family or friends. So basically, nepotism is when you use your connections, when you use someone you know who is in place of power, and you use their connections to get yourself a job or to get yourself basically any benefits. And nepotism, I do want to point out that nepotism exists in pretty much almost every industry, but I feel like the movie industry, the entertainment industry is where you see it happen the most, or where it's just more obvious. And I want to point out that nepotism in like non entertainment industry categories is basically like if your uncle or if your dad is the director of a massive corporate, you use your dad's position to get yourself a job in that company. You know, if your dad is the director of a hospital, you end up getting a job at that hospital just because your dad's a director. So quite literally using connections to get yourself something you want. In other places, why people don't criticize nepotism or using connections as much is because, you know, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you're a corporate worker, after one point you can only rise so much because you genuinely need skills, like really good technical skills, to excel in these fields. You can't be a surgeon without actually being able to do surgery. You'll be only able to get so far. However, with the movie industry, especially specifically the movie industry, because even like singing, you can't force someone to sing who can't sing. But someone with the modeling industry, with the movie industry, you just see it happen so often because despite these kids, these people having zero talents, they're getting casted in big movies every now and then, and you see real talents, people with actual potential getting literally zero jobs. So I kind of want to talk about what the actual issue with nepotism really is in both Hollywood and Bollywood cases, at least the way I see it. The actual issue with nepotism is like, I feel like a lot of times people don't necessarily blame them for wanting to be a star. Children often end up being what they want, end up wanting to be something because of their parents. Oftentimes if both of your parents are doctors, you end up getting influenced to be a doctor. If both your parents are owning businesses or there's a family business going on, because that's all you saw growing up at your home, you end up joining that family business because that's what you're comfortable in. It's very common, it's very natural way of life. So naturally when kids of star kids, when they grow up in that family, when they see their parents act, when they see their parents sing, when they see their parents perform the entire life, the entire childhood, naturally as they grow up they will want to, most of them will tend to be influenced into wanting to live in that lifestyle as well. The issue comes when these kids end up not acknowledging or recognizing that they are privileged, because they are privileged. Of course their parents are gonna help them get jobs. Of course their parents are gonna help them get their first break. These people have known big directors, big producers their entire life. It's very easy for them to get a job. They don't even have to audition. I remember I was watching this one clip. I don't even remember where it was. It was at a comedy show. It was a show after Simba had released and Sara Ali Khan. It was a clip of Rohit Shetty saying this. He was really proud of Sara Ali Khan because she came to him and she begged, like she literally did this, and she was like, "Sir, please give me a job." And everyone was clapping, and I was like, "What the hell? Like, there's nothing amazing about that. Literally, everyone has to do that." People who are not star kids, they go through hundreds of auditions just to get rejected. All she had to do was go into the office, be like, "Please give me a job," and she got the job. Like, are we being serious? That's not a big deal. Like, the issue also arises with that despite proving they aren't worthy, they still get jobs. The issue also arises that they are given the grace of being bad in their first movie and improve after that, but as for an outsider, they need to be good in their first go. They cry about being able to work hard in their first movie by giving auditions, by proving hard, by taking acting lessons, but they don't realize that for an outsider, for someone who comes from a non star industry family, these people already need to be good in their first movie. Let's compare like me if I were to decide to be an actor one day, which is probably never going to happen. But if I decide to be an actor and I in my first movie, I need to be very good. I need to be 100% good. I need to be like Oscar level good to get noticed. To make sure that because I'm this good in this movie, I can still get jobs. But for people like Kushi Kapoor, Ananya Pandey, Ibrahim Ali Khan, Sara Ali Khan, stuff like that, they can be bad in their first movie and they can still get good jobs afterwards. They can still get good scripts. And that is where the actual issue of nepotism is. The fact that these people, despite proving that they are bad at acting, that they genuinely don't have talent, they don't have the facial expressions, they don't have the dialogue delivery skills, they don't have the voice, they don't even have the face, some of them, to be a star, to be a celebrity, they still get jobs. Meanwhile, people who are actually really good end up not getting jobs despite proving over and over again that they are capable, is where the actual issue of nepotism lies. Kushi Kapoor, I personally thought that Kushi Kapoor had the worst performance from the entire Archie's cast. Despite this, she got scripted into Love Yappa and Nadaniya. Although I haven't watched Love Yappa, I've heard mixed reviews. Nadaniya was bad. But the fact that she still got offered two movies makes no sense. Meanwhile, we have actors like Tripti Dimri. Kartik Aaryan is big now, but before he wasn't. He had to work hard. He's been working in the industry for years. Tripti Dimri was doing cinema that I would say is art, and then she got started, getting typecasted. I remember there was this TikTok comment I saw earlier where someone said that It's only Ibrahim Ali Khan's first movie. Every great actor has to start somewhere. He'll grow and improve with time, just like many others did. First of all, he's not a great actor. Second of all, why does he get the grace of improving with time? Why does he why is it that these nepo babies get excuses each and every time? Oh, there's just their first movie. Oh, it's just their second movie. They'll improve with time. Just watch. We shouldn't be giving them time to improve. People who are outsiders from the industry don't have time to improve. They have to be good from day one. They are never given the grace of improving. Why do star kids are given the grace of improving? They should be good from the first day. You know, they complain about being called nepo babies. They complain about being connected to their celebrity father or mother or both of them. They complain so much about them. Then why don't they put themselves on the same level as outsiders? Why don't they themselves go and be like, no, don't treat me harshly. Take the criticism that we're giving you. Why don't they take the criticism we're giving them and actually improve? They don't improve. That's the issue as well, is that they treat constructive criticism as hate. And it's not hate, it's bad. Your acting is bad. And that's the truth. And you're telling me, like, Shah Rukh Khan's an amazing actor, Saif Ali Khan's an amazing actor. Devi she was an amazing actress. You know, all these people are amazing actors. You're telling me they'll sit through 2 to 3 hours of the children's movies and they genuinely think that shit is good? Like, I'm sorry, there is no way you're saying that is good. You're only saying that's good is because that your child's in it. There is no way anyone thinks stuff like this is good. It's bad. It's really, really bad. You know what I've also noticed is that I need a coffee break. What I've also noticed is that in the beginning of their careers, nepo babies end up getting a lot of jobs, like especially in movies or TV shows, and eventually the frequency goes away. But they're still in the limelight because of social media. Because these days, social media, the saturation of social media, so much that it's everyone, literally everyone has some sort of fashion, like luxury house deal, some jewelry deal, some makeup brand deal, some skincare deal, some shoes deal. You get my point of view. Despite the fact that even if they're not going to end up getting movies, they're going to end up getting social media jobs anyways. They're going to be Instagram models. They're going to get a lot of brand deals. The kids are coming from outside, don't even get that. They struggle to get leading roles in movies. Like these brand deals are miles away from them, like miles away. As I said earlier, that they still get jobs beside being bad, and this is one aspect of it. They are going to get jobs through brand deals either way. So that's another reason why they end up remaining in limelight. And you may wonder, why do these brands prefer celeb kids or star kids over people who have genuine talent? And it's very simple. The reason why they're getting these jobs, it's very simple, and it's because their name automatically generates PR. Like Nadaaniyan, 70 to 80% of the people who watched Nadaaniyan knew Kushi Kapoor's a bad actor. But they still went to watch, including me. We still watched the movie because we get curious. I'm guilty of that. I was curious to see how bad the acting was gonna be. And that's the biggest I think the only reason why they get brand deals is because their name automatically generates PR. Shah Rukh Khan's daughter is in that movie, people are gonna go watch because Shah Rukh Khan's a legend. People are gonna go watch and see what his daughter is doing. Devi's daughters are doing this brand deal. People are gonna go watch that advertisement or buy that product. And negative PR is still PR. And in terms of like brand deals, and especially like in India, I will say I very much agree. Especially with social media and stuff, like the paparazzi, I don't want to call them paps. You see those instant Bollywood Instagram pages. They follow these star kids everywhere in all the places. And I'm pretty sure they don't enjoy that, the star kids themselves, but because they're everywhere, whenever you see their names in a movie poster, you end up getting curious, especially in the beginning when they're new. And that's why they end up getting so much attention. And I'm guilty of submitting into that. But one thing I want to say is that Sometimes what helps people, even if your acting's bad, sometimes the script can save you. But these days, Bollywood is going through some of a dry state because literally none of the Bollywood movies recently have been hitting. When the script is bad and when the acting is bad, those two are not a good combination. Not at all. And that's the biggest issue with Nadania was because what didn't help Kushi Kapoor or Ibrahim Ali Khan was also that the script was bad. So everything that they were being handed over was mediocre and it was doing nothing for them. The songs, what I realized about Nadaaniyan, the songs are good, but when you watch in the movie, the songs are bad. When you listen to the songs of Nadaaniya, just like separately, with your earphones on while you're working, you realize the songs are not bad. They're actually good. Nadaaniya, there's so many issues with Nadaaniya. It had no believable moment. None of it seemed true. I was not convinced at any point that Arjun and Pia are in love. Like any point. Another thing I want to point out is that Arjun is not poor. He is not poor. Someone whose father is a doctor and whose mother is a teacher at a very elite school in South Delhi. I'm pretty sure she earns a lot. It's a double income family, single child. He is not poor. He is at best a lower middle class family, not poor. And I'm pretty sure he's not lower middle class, he's probably upper middle class. He is not poor. But I mean, I'm pretty sure in their definitions, in Kushi Kapoor and Ibrahim Ali Khan's definition, Arjun is poor, but he's not poor in normal people's definitions. Another thing that really bugged me was that Arjun, Ibrahim Ali Khan's character, Arjun was in the school on the basis of a swimming scholarship, and there was absolutely no mention of swimming. They didn't even show him swimming once. You want me to believe this guy got in on a swimming scholarship without showing me that he can even swim? And he wants to go into college based on a swimming scholarship? You could have just easily put in a swimming competition at any point. Like, Jesus Christ, this movie was so bad. Also, who changed? How do you go from fashion designing to applying to law schools in 1 week? I feel like the longer I talk about Nadania, like, there's so much I want to say about Nadania, but I can't articulate those words, my thoughts into words, because I'm just so done with it. So done with the topic. And you know what's worse right now? That the song of Nadania, like the title song, is stuck in my head. So meanwhile, these past 20 minutes that I've been ranting, Nadania's playing in my head over and over again. To summarize for today's video is honestly more like a rant. It wasn't very cohesive, I do admit that. But I kind of wanted to get this off my chest. And I want to say that the issue with Bollywood, and I wish these Nepo babies realize this, the issue with Bollywood and nepotism is not the fact that your parents are celebrities. No one's blaming you for that. No one cares if, you can't help who your parents are. But you can acknowledge the privilege you've grown up in, and you can acknowledge how much it has benefited you. And you should realize that people who come from outside Bollywood are not given the same grace period of being allowed to improve over and over again like you are. That doesn't happen. And it happens to you because you're a star kid and they need to acknowledge that. And I feel like if they start acknowledging that, people are not going to be hating on them as much. Even if they're bad actors, I don't think people will hate them as much. I feel like in that one sense, I think Aryan Khan was super super smart because he knew he was gonna get compared to his entire career if he chose the actor part, and which is why he decided to choose to be a director and a producer instead. But I feel like that was a smart choice, and a lot of these people need to realize that just because your dad or your mom are famous actors does not mean you're gonna be a good one either. Acting is a talent, it's a skill. It's not a genetically handed down skill. It's something that comes inside of you. Not everyone's born with it. I cannot act, and I know that. I can't sing, I know that. And I'm not gonna try to force myself into those fields. These people need to realize that and also not force themselves into their fields. I sometimes do feel bad because they get hate so much, literally so much for just existing. But at the same time, they say these dumb shits. These people can't speak Hindi at all. They're bad at Hindi. Me, someone who's growing up outside of India, can speak better Hindi than they can. And then they get casted into these Hindi film roles. Everything's very unbearable. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I'm gonna try to edit this. It's very long right now. It's like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna try to edit this down. Tell me what you guys thought about Nadaaniya and nepotism and Bollywood, and I'll see you guys in the next video.